Hi guys, as you can see I'm down in the lounge rather than in the office today because I'm going to be doing a lot of watching of various old films and some not so old films so I can get a general idea. The pollen count is killing me today. So I can get a general idea of what I'm talking about when I do my initial outlines for the Film Hammer film reviews. That's as good as excuse as any to not be in the office today because, my goodness, it is boiling. And you might have noticed that we missed a day for the vlogs. I didn't do that on purpose. The computer just wouldn't work. Every single thing was slow and wasn't working, and I don't know what's wrong. But hopefully it'll be alright by the time you see this one. I managed to get a vlog done, but this is what we filmed yesterday, which was going to be part of yesterday's vlog. Such a nice day. It's quite interesting, isn't it, Jen?
That is some pretty beefy raw time. And you can see that what's actually been here is this will have been a loading bay. So you could get probably horse and cart up to here, load into the back of the shop. And down at the bottom we've got two openings as well, which would have been, I guess, access into like coal holes, basements.
Right.
Probably one of those would be shovel the coal in, and the other one would be where the ash would be shoveled back out at the end of the day. So I would suggest that that probably dates back to the 19th century, at least. That is actually really hefty raw time, because I guess it's supporting the entire rest of the building.
Yeah, it's a loading bay, but it's a really old one. Wow. I wonder what this used to be. It's a huge building. Whatever it was important.
There might be a clue on the other side, but you can see this is all one building. Just this bit here.
Yeah.
So we can work out on the other side which building it actually is, and there may be a clue, because some of these old ornate buildings from the 18th and 19th century actually have the original company's name etched into the stone right up at the top. So it might give us a clue as to who built this and what the company was, and then we can look up what they did.
Well, now it's a branch of Superdrug, but you know what, Jen? I think it probably was a theatre.
I think you're right, and actually that loading bay might have been where they moved scenery and stage props in and out, perhaps.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's just it's the squatness and the shape of it that makes me think old-style cinema, which of course would have been from the smaller theatres of the area.
I would say probably, looking at the design of the building, I'd guess 1870s to 1900, that sort of time period.
Quite possibly, yes. Well, the one next to it's 1884 or something like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So that's not bad, is it? It's quite interesting. Jen and I went out for a walk, which is partly why I'm so pink. So, I thought that was pretty good. I wanted to share that with you. It's a shame that we couldn't have done a vlog properly yesterday, but at least you got the one from before when I eventually got the computer to work. So, I'm going to get on now, pick up some old films, make some notes, and see where I get to from there. Now, this is an angle we don't often see. I need to put a little bit of extra power into the side of my desk, so not really much space with what I've got here. So the idea is I'm going to stick, or at least try and attach this to the side of the set of shelves. It's a very old set of shelves, very good set of shelves, but it's the only way I can do it. I'm thinking cable ties, so at least it'll give me a kind of extra bit. I'm going to have to try and mount this somehow in a way that works, but it's the only way I can think of doing it that will get me the extra power that I need in a reasonable use of the space. So, wish me luck. Needs an extra one, but the concept seems sound. Let's get this in here. Yep. Right, that should give me the extra length I need. So I'll hook it around. Try not to get any of these other wires caught in it, otherwise I'm going to have real problems. Because they're the wires for the controllers, so they've got to stay separate to this. Oh, come on. Yeah. This needs to go under the rest of the... Yes. Yes! Right, that's in. Now I've got to try and make another one of those. Yay! I managed to get a second one in, so there we go. All stable and good now. Sometimes you've just got to improvise and wing it, haven't you? But this means I've got some space where I can plug things in, and that gives me an awful lot more options with my retro stuff, and also I can charge my phone in my office again and have the little fan heater on. So that's great news. Might mean I can actually use the office a bit. When I was still at school, in sixth form in fact, there was a book in the library called the Illustrated Encyclopedia of Science Fiction, or Science Fiction and Illustrated Encyclopedia. I could never remember which way around it was. It took me years to find a copy of it. Now I've got it and it's here. This book has become so important, along with the other Encyclopedia of Science Fiction, by one and the same authors in fact. They're so important as part of Film Hammer because they give you a great basis for working out what you need to say and what you need to research further when putting together the episodes. One of the important things about Film Hammer, instead of just talking about the film, I talk about the background of the film, why it was made, when it was made, how it was made, and things like that. These books are invaluable. They've got information in them that you can't find on regular searches because it's got all kinds of deep research. John Clute is one of those guys that really knows his stuff, and it comes through in these books. So, although they're essentially, one of them is like a kid's book from a school library, it's still invaluable because it helps with so much stuff. So a lot of the stuff that I'm talking about in the early episodes of Film Hammer, like A Voyage to the Moon, Edison's Frankenstein, The Mechanical Butcher, all of that came from knowing that these things existed and what their place in the history of film is because of these books. So that's what I'm going to be looking through a lot today, and getting the research and the basis to go on and write further things and research further things for the scripts for Film Hammer. Anyway, that's the main part of what I'm doing today. I'm here in the office. It's so warm. I'm going to have to try and find another fan so that I can keep myself cool while I get these scripts finished. If I can get them done, I can work on some of all of the house stories for next week for the comic, and also hopefully finish off the Enjoypad review for Game Hammer, and then we can start over the rest of the week filming those. That'll be nice. It's nice to get projects going again. I feel like, well, for most of lockdown, I feel like I haven't really been able to do anything. It's one of those things. I feel like I've been working a lot and throwing myself into doing the work for Jen's channel and keeping that going, but leaving all of my stuff because I just couldn't face it. I've been really upset because Fred's not here anymore, and I don't want to have that define my life. I loved her and I adored her. She was like a daughter to me. She was that important to me. But I can't have that overshadow the rest of my life. And to a certain extent, I was just wallowing in depression. And I don't want that to be the be-all and end-all of my life. So I'm throwing myself into my work again. And hopefully that'll help. So it's kind of like self-therapy, and also trying to build something up, like something that I'm really into. So hopefully, let's do that. Right, bit of self-therapy over there. Let's get on with what we're doing today. Sci-fi it up.
That I've never reviewed from them so far. Russell's Benton says, got my Scotch rail.
Well guys, what can I say? Jen is on the live stream.
Monkey is rocked up, and look what happens the moment you get cupboard monkey activity.
Hey, this isn't cupboard monkey business. I didn't do that.
Cupboard monkey business. That sounds like some kind of Saturday morning cartoon.
Hey, I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. You can't prove nothing.
I can.
You can insinuate, but you can't prove nothing.
Yeah, that's right. Hold on a moment. I've got to film you filming me.
I was just adding a little bit to my vlog.
So,
hello.
This is what I'm faced with. So there's the microphone, and the cupboard monkey has come up with her camera on its GorillaPod grip with the microphone, and now she's presumably filming what's going on that screen. Yeah. So there you are.
Hello. I was just doing a little insert for the vlog. You weren't meant to notice I was here.
A bit difficult not to notice you. So
Well, not that fast. And this will be the end of today's video. If I can just turn that off. This will be the end of today's video. It's been very much a hodgepodge because over the weekend I got so bogged down. The reason I've been trying to do all those scripts and working on the sci-fi stuff is that we're launching a new channel. People, when we did Infinity Improv Theatre a few years ago, we put it out on Jen's channel because Jen was the one doing the voices. She had a lot of fun with it, but people didn't appreciate it because it wasn't the train stuff that she was doing. The music stuff that she'd been doing, it wasn't going down well because it wasn't the train stuff. But we really like these shows and we want to bring them back with other things like the Monday Book Club, the sci-fi chat podcast we did, perhaps even move over Film Hammer and things like that, moving them over to this new channel. So that's what we're doing. I've been working on that. We've got a new channel. I'll put a link in the description bar. I think there's only one video up there at the moment. It's kind of a placeholder. That's where we're going to be putting all of the new projects, including, remember last year after I lost the election and threw myself into script writing, the 3 pilot episodes that we were doing? When we eventually have the time to film them, because with COVID-19 we haven't been able to do it, but when we do those, they'll be going up on there as well. The All Mouse Media channel, that's our new one. So that's what I've been working hard on. Hopefully from now we'll get plain sailing while I build that up, and we'll chart that with the vlog, of course. So that's all I've got for you today. I'll see you tomorrow. If you liked today's video, please consider supporting me on Patreon. And an extra special thanks goes out to Chief89 and Tepic. Thank you.